As we all know, the use of the internet is increasing at an enormous rate, and this has an unfortunate side effect called cybercrime. 20,000 new attacks on a daily basis. Also, we know that 70 to 80% of all devices have been infected. 40% of all end users have been attacked, mostly without even knowing, so we can only assume it must get worse. One of the challenges is that companies have to comply to the new EU data protection regulations. What we see on the other hand is that many companies are reactive in their behavior towards cybercrime. Something happens and they react, which means that money disappears to cybercriminals and that vulnerable data is being stolen. This has an unfortunate side effect, a lack of customer trust, and this is completely opposite to what companies want nowadays.
WSF protects the client's website all the way from the web server to the end user's browser. We do this by encrypting all the way into the browser, all the way to the JavaScript engine. And we also use dynamic obfuscation to hide what we're doing, as well as we use session keys for the session. We protect against man-in-the-middle attacks and man-in-the-browser attacks, web injects. And we do this by constantly validating the traffic going back and forth, making sure that it's the correct data being sent. And we have this real-time validation of the DOM tree in the browser to make sure that nothing has been tampered with inside the browser.
What makes our software unique is the fact that the end users do not have to install anything on one of their devices. The software is completely invisible to them. In fact, they don't even know that it is there. On the other hand, for our customers, the advantage is that at the moment that they deploy our software, all their end users are immediately being protected. And by the way, the software works on all devices and even with unknown malware.
I will show how WSF works by showing 3 different types of attacks, as well as showing how WSF encrypts further than SSL. First, we can see on a page running without WSF that in the debugger we can see the file names, the path from the file on the server, as well as the response content of the file. And looking on a site running with WSF, the same site, the file names are encrypted and the path is hidden, as well as the content is encrypted, so it's not readable. Then we can do an attack on the login page, on the page without WSF, where we swap the login button for another button that refers to another site, clickjacking attack. And then the user will try to log in and click the fake login button, and she's redirected to a different page. I'll just reset this one. And then if we do the same on a page running with WSF, we'll apply the attack, and then WSF will notice that something has happened and redirect you to another page telling a security incident has occurred. This can be configured, so you can also just pass through the incident, and you can set up your own incident page. reset this one. While we do that, we can just log in on the page without WSF, where the user will go to a saving account and want to transfer $100 to a car loan. And then a hacker can do an input spoofing attack where he substitutes these fields with some other fields lying underneath that with the actual data he wants to inject. And when the user then clicks the complete transaction, the hacker steals $10,000 from the account, which is transferred to an external account. If we do the same thing running with WSF, and transfer $100 to the car loan, and then we do the input spoofing. As soon as the fields are swapped, WSF notices that something has happened and redirects you to the incident page. And we can just reset it. And I will show the last attack, malicious submit handler, where it's an event handler being injected into the page. And customer will go to our account and transfer $100 to a car loan and apply the event handler attack. And when she tries to transfer the money to her car loan, she again $10,000 will be stolen from her account. And if we do the same running with WSF, where we will transfer $100 to the car loan, and we apply the malicious event handler, and WSF detects that something from the outside has been injected to the page, and we are again transferred to an incident page.